Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are in this world. This is Hejin Lee with an evening update for Bitcoin. So the daytime price action, let's see what's happened. We left it at the wedge and it pretty much meandered laterally sideways and didn't really do much at all. It was pretty uneventful, boring. Now let's move this a little bit. And take a clearer look. So with a clearer look, what we can see, the first thing I do whenever I open up a chart, the first thing I do is look for patterns. I don't do the count right away. The first thing I do is look for patterns. And it is very important for you to learn how to discern these patterns. You should generate a portfolio of maybe 5 to 6 different patterns. And the only way you will be able to do this on a proficiency level is to practice. Practice makes perfect. Nothing comes overnight in this world. Only to very few would that happen. But to most of us, like, it took me almost 10 years. And even now, I'm still learning. When I was a cellist, I often say, after 5 years, I thought I was pretty good. After 10 years, I thought I was great. Now, after 20 years, I still realize I'm improving. And that is no different in technical analysis. I thought after a few years, I thought I was a hot shot. Now, since 1997 to today, a little over 20 years, I realize I'm still improving. So yes, practice will bring you closer to perfect. I don't think you will ever get to perfect. That is not possible in this world. This is not a world of perfection. So the first thing I do is look for pattern. What do? I draw some lines. I doodle. Draw some lines across the tops of the price line. Now I'm going to draw some lines across the bottoms of the price line. And here's a triangle. When in doubt, if you're looking for a pattern in cryptos, it's going to be a triangle. And whenever you see a triangle, it's going to be usually wave 2 or wave 4. I'm giving another secret. Whenever you see a wave 2 or wave 4, or whatever you see a triangle, it'll be a wave 2, like here. And in this case, it'll be a wave 4. This wouldn't work. That'll overlap. So let's see how this labels out. A, B, C, D, and one more dip, E. So I would expect one more line to go down that way. And this looks very nice. It fits the form and the fit. Now I can use this as a fractal one of that. Okay. And then I can use this as a fractal number 2. Okay. Now what happened on this fractal 1? What is a fractal? If you look at your left and your right hands, they are very similar in pattern, but they're not identical. A fractal like this is very similar in pattern to this triangle, ABCDE, but they are not identical. This is larger. This happened later. The exact formation is not exact, but it is similar enough to call this a fractal 1 and a fractal 2. And after fractal 1, prices surged out. And I think price will surge out here. Now we have to move everything to the right because time has elapsed. One, two, three, four, five. And I still maintain my 23K for the target for Bitcoin, soon to arrive. So fractal 1 surged with price in an impulse. Fractal 2 should bring us higher. So what could be an alternate count? To me, that alternate could be where I'm looking at here, a potential bear flag. If that's the case, what is a bear flag? Bear flag points upwards. If that's the case, then we can still see an ABC scenario like this. And I would have to change the counting on that to 1, 2. 3, 4, and 5. This will have to be raised. That'll have to be brought up here. And this would take us to probably the land of 26. We'll raise this to 23,743. So I think many of you will already know what I'm going to say now. Yes, this would be my alternate count. However, pathway is different, but the destination is not different. It's just a pathway. Now, awareness is key. If you were not aware of this, and this did happen, you would probably panic sell. I affectionately call them the innocent and the idiots. And I've been there. I've been in that tribe when I started out to panic sell or FOMO buy. But awareness are the probable pathways. I've given my initial. Now this is my alternate. Awareness of this kind of probable pathway keeps the panic away. Why? because you are aware that if this flag happens and the ABC goes decline, then you know that this C wave will end in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves. And once 5 waves are complete, you should see a trend change. All right, I hope this has been helpful. Let's see how the overnight price goes, but this is my alternate and this is my primary. A, B, C, D, E, one more dip, and we start hitting 23,000. Whether we hit 23,000 in this pathway or in this pathway, it doesn't matter. I couldn't care less. All right, thank you for listening, and I hope this has been helpful. I am very grateful for your upvotes. It really truly helps me get the visibility so that look, if I go to my comments, I think I have about 60, 70% of the comments just saying thank you. Thank you for helping. Thank you for sharing. And in this season of sharing, in the season of Christmas and holidays, I'm more than happy to do my utmost. But if you can consider also an upvote for this blog, especially, of course, if it has helped you, then I think giving an upvote consideration would allow this blog to be visible to a lot more people within the Steemit community, and a lot more people within the Steemit community will also be helped, just like you have been. So thank you in advance for all your upvotes, resteams, and follows. Have a good night. I'll talk to you in the morning.